Gotcha.
You did. Just in time.
Mm-hmm. What up?
I think Schmedkins is alone.
There were
throwing it at the floor.
I see two people. I'm one of them.
I'm there
Well,
too.
I'm
Should
also
be-
one of them. That's confusing.
With our powers combined, we're now 2 viewers.
We're now two of them. Now there's 4 of them. They're multiplying.
I'll form the head.
That's funny. That's funny. I really like the reboot of that. That one was really good.
Haven't seen it.
What?
Voltron?
Voltron.
Oh,
Planet
cool.
Protection Force Voltron or something? What is it?
No, just Defender of the Universe, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Voltron. It's on Netflix, so it's a fantastic.
there was a gap of cartoons that I never really got into because, like, I watched the shit when I was a kid, and then in my 20s, I didn't really watch much. I think that was more like Soup. What was the Soup one?
The Soup one?
Yeah, it's Cartoon Soup, or it was on Cartoon Network. Adult Swim.
No, I was like, what? Soup? What?
Human Soup. Oh, my brain is wired like this.
I mean, public pools are awfully close to being soups.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
men's
Yeah. I mean, that's what my brain
human
was thinking
soup, yeah.
was humans in water.
It's like that Mitch Hedberg joke is just like if you just walk up to somebody in a hot tub and toss in some carrots and onions. Just stew there. I mean, just sit there a while.
You're almost done.
Be funny.
Ah,
So what's interesting is our podcast
Please hold.
is one further than our YouTube and live. So this will be actually episode 101 when it comes
Oh, no.
out. And I'm gonna go ahead.
Disappointing.
Yeah. So last episode was pretty epic. Y'all were fighting Nepthoriton, I think.
That's true.
So that'll be episode 100 on the podcast. This was gonna be such a letdown. I thought we were just gonna chat for a couple hours and
that's the plan.
just read you the plot, skip through it.
Skip.
Get out of here.
Puppy.
When y'all are running games,
Shut up
do
and
you
give me
ever
the
do that?
quest.
Oh, Stanley.
That's not Stanley.
Was that not Stanley?
Nope.
It's
It's very blurry.
It's Artie.
Oh,
I'm sitting on my
Artie.
bed because I don't have a setup right now. This room is full of my stuff packed up in boxes. So
except for a curtain.
What?
Did you say you were still missing a curtain?
oh yes, I am missing a curtain.
Yeah.
I have the twin, but I need to make it a full set.
You lost it, or
No, I just left it. I have a curtain left to move.
That's.
I know it's weird.
It's okay.
I couldn't reach it to get it down, so I had to leave it, and I'll go back when I have a step stool.
Come here,
Or you're
Stanley.
setting up
Just pick
a-
him up, hold him up.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Or you're setting
There's
up a parent
Stanley.
trap situation with the curtains in like 20 years.
I know, right? Stop
Hi,
it.
Stanley.
The word.
Er?
They're gonna start fighting, and I have to get out of here.
Roll initiative.
Gone, dog.
Someone is supposed to drop something off at my house tonight. I have no idea when, but if you hear, and then I hopefully mute quickly.
Are they dropping off a dog?
No, I've got one of those already. Don't need another one. No, thank you.
Is he wearing his Thunder shirt?
Nope. Well,
I wonder if that would help with knocks at the door.
No,
I doubt it.
it barely helps with the lightning.
What's a Thunder shirt?
It's a shirt for a
sounds
dog.
awesome.
It's just you wrap it. It's just basically like a Velcro wrap to wrap around, and it's supposed to simulate them being hugged.
It makes
You
them
wrap your
feel
dog in
secure.
Velcro?
It's like a weighted blanket for people.
Oh,
It's a weighted
Gotcha.
blanket you can wear.
Yeah.
Why don't do humans have like
it's called-
weighted jackets that you can wear? Like
There,
Probably.
you can
simulate
get
the
like
same kind of
weighted
effect?
vests and stuff like that.
Well, they make girdles. It sounds like you're giving your dog a girdle,
He's
Maybe.
trying to.
right? It's just
He's,
wrapped around its torso.
Yeah. Oh, it's just
Tightly?
chest. It's chest.
he's going
Yeah.
for the hourglass figure.
Yeah.
I just
I have a
it's
weighted
just trying-
blanket right here somewhere. I don't know why. I can't remember when I got it, but I have one. We use those in the hospital.
Oktoberfest is like that.
A weighted blanket?
Oh, I thought you meant you had a girdle lying around.
Oh.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No, I've got a weighted blanket. I might have a girdle too. I don't know. All kinds of crap in that closet. I
do
don't go
love
in there very
Girdle
often.
closet.
Who
do
could
love
know?
my weighted blanket. It's amazing, but only in the winter. Like mine is,
Oh, they're
it's
hot.
heavy, so it gets warm under there quickly.
Yeah.
I've
I don't
thought
think I
about-
would like it.
Yeah, I've thought about thought about getting one, and then I think how often I wake up in the middle of the night with the like thin stuff that we have on now, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it could never
Yeah.
work.
I'll wake up most nights and I'm half out of the cover. Like all the covers are just piled beside me. I've got a fan on, the AC on. I'm just a furnace at night.
Yeah. We've got Alicia's definitely the opposite. So we've got a heated mattress pad.
Oh
It's
God!
yeah, it's-
God! Oh,
That
But-
sounds
but I-
horrible.
Yeah, but I found
like a
one.
nightmare.
It's 2 zones, so my zone is off
Oh, that's
all-
nice.
at all times.
It's still connected to a hot part. I mean, that's like mafia torture to figure out where
It
they buried the good guy or something.
it
Or it makes you
doesn't
sleep in a heated
radiate.
bed.
Yeah, it doesn't radiate a lot of heat, which is good. I know it doesn't make any
Alright.
sense, but I can be on my side and not feel any heat, and then like when my feet, like in the winter, just getting into bed or whatever, and my feet are cold, I can slide my feet over to her side, like
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, and I pull it back, and then I'm comfortable.
Was she like, stay out of my zone?
Sometimes. Actually, she doesn't use the last foot of the bed, so I can.
Yeah, she was very
It's-
tiny.
It's fine.
Oh, and we
Scrappy.
lost Rachel.
Scrappy is the term we use.
Scrappy. I see. Okay.
Small but fierce.
Yep. And we're down to 2.
She must be taking care of the pooches.
Is a
To the
dog-
butchery.
The butchery? Isn't that like slices of ham and cheese?
That's
That's
charcuterie.
charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Oh, my bad.
That's when you have an
Charcuterie.
attractive shark.
Don't have one of those either.
I saw a thing on Facebook. There was a spookery board where somebody had
Okay.
taken a tiny plastic skeleton and wrapped cold meats around it.
That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, I want one.
I mean, it just
Very
reminds me
caffeinate.
of going. Yeah. It just reminds me of going to like potlucks and things. There's always somebody that brings like what do they call the smoked summer sausages that's cut up, and just a roll of Ritz crackers that they laid down next to it.
Oh,
That's the best.
Pepperidge Farm platters kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just cheese charcuterie board.
That
I
was most
cannot
of the
say that
list.
word. I don't
like
know why. I love going to potlucks. I mean, I absolutely love going to potlucks. I never bring anything, but I love going. I'm the worst person to ever invite to a potluck because I'm going to eat everything I see and I will not contribute at all.
You can bring
Well-
plates and drinks.
That's usually what I
Those
do.
people-
I don't really. It seems.
It's still
Those people are
contributing.
necessary to prevent leftovers.
Yeah.
There are no leftovers when I go to a potluck.
See, exactly.
I'm the cleanup crew.
You can see it as taking preventative measures.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm saving the
I am your
environment.
party Kirby.
Party Furby.
We used to go to this little bitty church in North Carolina, and every time we had a potluck, there was this one older man, and we'd all get in line, right? And for some reason, it was completely acceptable for him to go get out of line, go get a plate, walk over and get 2 deviled eggs, and then he would go back and get in line. There was something happened in the past that he didn't get a deviled egg, and from then on, everyone just let him go get 1, get 2, and then get back in line with everybody else.
I would throw a fit if I didn't get deviled eggs at a potluck. I'm gonna be honest with you, so I can really resonate with that.
I mean,
Like that would make me very upset if there was no deviled eggs when I got there, and I might raise a fuss about it.
So I've got a potluck horror story.
Oh boy.
It was a potluck, but it was at a church, my grandmother's church, an old Presbyterian church. And so everybody brought their food, and, I just showed up. I went with my mom.
Mhm.
And we're eating, and the food's great. And I'm like, all right, dessert time. And I see this Jell-O. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have me some Jell-O. So I get a nice big wedge of it. It's like a Jell-O mold. Come back, sit down. My brother's there. Mom's sitting across from me, and I get a big bite of it, and not Jell-O. And I freeze, and my mom is staring at me. She said, do not spit that out. I'm just like, I was like 20. I was really young. And my eyes are bulging and watering. It was shrimp, tomato, aspic.
Oh no,
I was
not aspic.
expecting strawberry Jell-O.
Mhm.
That was the last time I went to church and I ever went to a potluck to people I didn't know.
Aspic so bad it made you an atheist.
Yep. That was some gnarly
It was
shit.
in that moment you knew God was not real.
There is
That's
no God.
hilarious.
God would not allow this to be made.
It just couldn't.
So apparently, though, it was good aspic. But when you're expecting sweet, sugary strawberry,
Yeah.
and you get tomato and shrimp.
I think that's the same if you're expecting any taste and you get a different taste though.
Like water and Sprite.
Or like sweet tea and Coke.
Oh god.
Like
yeah.
if you're expecting sweet tea and you get Coke, it's very jarring.
Shocking. Yeah.
Not as bad as aspic.
Aspic. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I've never
It's
seen
like
that
a
movie.
gelatin.
It's like tomato Jell-O.
I'm out.
Have you
Yeah.
ever seen those
I'm sure there's more
recipes
to
from
it.
like the 1950s where they have like hot dogs stuck in a Jello mold?
I mean, I've
Oh.
seen Dylan Hollis's
Google it,
YouTube
though.
stuff, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, so like this big thing in the 50s was like being able to make Jello or like something like Jello because you could like show off that you had a refrigerator, and so they had sweet versions of Jello and they had savory versions of like Jello, but that's what aspic was. It was like you could put savory stuff in it, but to us it looks sweet because we know Jello is sweet, and it didn't stay popular long for obvious reasons.
So I just found this Jell-O that's got hot dogs and pickle slices in it.
Yep.
Ugh.
And so it looks like it would probably be lime Jello around it, but it's not lime Jello. It's aspic.
Yeah, it's titled "This is Next Level Horror." Hot dog pickle Jell-O recipe.
It's a
Somebody call
gelatinous
Ariel.
ooze.
It is. But there's no recipe. It's just ads and
Good.
talking about where there should be a recipe.
Nobody needs to recreate
Mhm.
that.
Oh, I hate these blogs. I need to write a blog. I'm going to write a blog. And it's just going to be about writing blogs and putting commercials in it. Wow, there's a
You make
lot of
tens of
different
cents.
recipes for hot dog aspic.
It was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the right word.
Aspect of the week.
Oh,
Let's use spam and asparagus. That would be good.
God.
Spam and asparagus aspic.
It's probably been made.
All right, let's change
Stop
the
talking
subject.
about this.
I'm not happy right now at all.
And moving on.
That was a smooth segue.
Mhm.
Stop. Let's talk about this now.
Speaking of non sequiturs,
Yeah, right.
Look at that pretty tree.
Well, I guess we can play some Dungeons and Dragons.
So as long as it's like Dungeons and or Dragons.
I don't know if I can
You want
handle
both?
both.
I don't know. Did we do a long rest?
No.
Nope.
But we should
Y'all just
have.
like
What if
Right,
it's a
we
dragon
do the
gets
portal.
followed by it, and then inside there's a bunch of rooms with a lich in the middle?
Stop it.
Oh, good. Giving him ideas.
I don't
so. Last time, you guys finished the fight with Nabthoriton and his 3 lovely ladies.
What a jerk.
After during which Alec was ripped in half, and
He got better.
he got better. And he pushed his 2 pieces together and sewed up his innards, and poor Alma attempted to resurrect him, and he declined, stating he was going to work the problem from the other side, essentially.
No, sorry,
then-
man. I already got plans.
Yeah, I'm already over here. This is where the damage is.
They're having a barbecue. There's aspect.
This hot dog aspect.
Gonna say.
Oh,
I
God.
am in hell, so that makes sense. And then the voice of the angel that you had heard earlier in the jungle spoke through him and gave you some options. And you said, "We need to go to Red Gorge," and this portal appeared. You guys just said, "All right, right on, let's go." That's my sum up of the last episode. Is that about right?
Did we take Alex's body?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm almost certain that Farazan picked him up.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And
I'm-
welcome to
I'm-
Azarth.
That's Arth.
First
Hey.
time chatter.
Azarth? Azarath? No, there's no only one R. Azarth.
And there's
Yes.
Cowart.
Just
I'm gonna be
a-
thinking about that for like 20 minutes now. Hey, coward. And that's where we cut off. You stepped through. Everything went dark. Your rope got cut, and you are now, Jamie. Incoming map change.
So I should switch to the map then.
See.
Also, Coward's giving us audio feedback.
Oh,
I'm
music's
not
a little loud, like a
A good
lot
guy.
loud, and
He
you can
said-
barely hear me. Thank you.
Great.
He said, "Oh wait, never mind. It's me. It's not you. It's me."
Oh, am I all right, coward?
Stop it.
Reject your voice, Matt.
I use my diaphragm. Ooh, that was bad.
Oh,
That's okay. We appreciate the feedback.
no pun intended.
So you step out, and I found a nice little multicolor disc to be the portal instead of just plain old white. I thought it was prettier. You step out, and you find yourself in not necessarily a courtyard, but you recognize it. You are standing in like the front gate of Red Gorge. It hits, and then there's an open area like a courtyard, and then there's another gate. You're between those 2 gates, and what you see are soldiers lined up along the edge over here. It looks like they're lined up along piled up boxes, wooden crates, carts flipped on their side, and above it, the reason you can't see above it is the other side of it. Like there's a pile of it, and the far side is obviously on fire, and there's black billowy smoke obscuring all that you can see through the front gate. And the rest of it, the walls are 30 feet high, so you can't see over those. So that's what you've got from right here. To your right, you recognize the people that are standing around the fire as members of the Chisel that you saw that kind of sent you on your way to see Nabthoriton and try to rescue Alec. You got Mavu, who you're very familiar with, I would say. Oleron is the one that they know as the foreman. And real quick, can you all see their nameplates?
No.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think so. Okay. So Mavu's the top one. I think you recognize his face. The one on the left is Oleron. He's the foreman, like the leader. The one to the right is Akaim. also known as the honest minstrel, the one that was real loud and boisterous. And the one on the southernmost edge is one you don't recognize. But if you were to take a guess, you would say he was probably a ranger. You know, those real weird kinds. Call him Strat. No. But he's definitely a ranger. And they appear to be talking around the fire because it is cold. Remember, we're in the winter months now. And they look to be talking to these other 2 soldiers, maybe lieutenants or captains of the guard. And they're making plans. And far past the smoke and over the walls, you can hear hundreds of voices grunting and grunting commands, and not really like a language, not like they're speaking, but like in the army when they tell you to do something, you go hooah, you know, something like that. You just hear commands being given, and you hear motion and things being moved and people grumbling. I say grumbling. They're not grumbling. They're just doing affirmatives and talking.
If I fly straight up into the air,
Yes.
can I see over that wall?
Oh, yeah.
What
Sure
do I
can.
say? Are they laying down? Are they trying to build anything to scale the wall? They got battering rams. Are they hunkering down? Are they?
So where are you going to fly up?
Just right where I am.
Where have you? Oh, there you are. Okay. So you go up 30 feet. You probably have to go up about 40 or 50 feet. And I will go ahead and just open it for everybody because basically you can report back to them.
Yes.
Let me.
I'm sorry
Open
to
this-
undo the work that
open
you
this
did on your fog of war.
No, it was no. I set it up to where I could easily open it because I knew you would do that. I literally knew that would be the first thing you did. Let's see. Reveal everything.
Oh,
Oh my god.
they are unexpectedly tidy lines of orcs.
Yeah, and they're moving to those positions, right? Like they're not just standing still, shields up, weapons drawn. They're moving into formation. Why can't I get this?
It's like that scene from Shaun of the Dead where he like scales the fence and they're like, "Is it clear?" And he goes, "No." And then how many? And he just goes, "Lots." That's how Spetso reports. Like, there's a bunch of them out there.
So you can see there's a battle line in front of the wall. There are some to the top, clustered in the foliage. You can see them, but they're somewhat harder to see. Like they're you've got some obscurity there, a little harder to hit. A couple of tents, a couple of fires, and those are a pair of catapults being manned by several of the half orcs in the back. And those are being loaded as you fly up and take a look around. And one of the half orcs sees you fly up, one of these up here in the corner in the foliage. And it's then that you notice that this group here all have their bows out and ready. And a couple of them take a pot shot at you.
All right.
The range is pretty far out. I think they'll be... No, they got longbows. They're within normal range. So 2 of them take a shot at you. And they miss. Your armor class is higher than a 10, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully.
just for fun,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna deflect missile.
Okay.
So I can use my reaction to deflect or catch missiles. Oh, and it says I do have to be hit. Hold on, let's see. When you do so, damage you. Okay, never mind. I can't do that.
You know
I have
what?
to hit and then reduce the damage.
Rule of cool. It barely misses you, but you snap your arm out and grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hook it back at him.
Okay.
But I mean, really, no, they're too far away. The range is only 20-60 because I'm throwing it. Who in our party uses a bow? I bring them an arrow. Or I just bring it to the folks at Red Force. Like,
They drop this.
Yeah, put it in the armory.
We all just look around like,
I've got a really
Me.
nice longbow, but I can't use it very well.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody in our party having used one.
no.
I don't
I've got
think
one,
you guys
but it-
use ranged at all. Well, I guess Tarathiel, you use some ranged. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
quite a bit.
I've got a bow. It just never is a reasonable option given that the
Never-
range in the
never
psychic
comes up.
blades is 60 feet,
Yeah.
which is a mistake, wizards.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a bow at all. I have darts. That's it. No,
Speaking of bows, we actually have a really nice magical longbow that we got in the temple of
Ouijas.
Priest Petro. The one that was came through the portal with the lady that missed every shot she made in 3 rounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah, the-
God!
The Temple of
Don't
Bloop, or
remind me.
whatever it was.
That was the worst,
Bloop
man.
to bloop.
Yeah, bloop to bloop. Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
I've got that in my inventory. We've never identified it, so I don't know. I think it's got some kind of fire stuff on it, but other than that, I don't know what else it does.
That was one of the greatest disappointments as a DM in this
Yeah.
entire campaign.
You were pretty bummed.
Oh man, she would have if she would have rolled higher than a 2, y'all would have probably had a worse day. I don't think it wouldn't have been a TPK. Like it actually, I looked at doing some research online for that combat. People are like, "You've got to dumb it down. She will kill the entire party." I'm like, well, I'll make adjustments as we go. Y'all are fine.
Well, I mean, I think she missed 3 shots a round, 3 rounds in a row. But I think you mentioned that it was like 2d6 plus 2d8 or something like that. Ridiculous with the damage.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it was
Yeah, it had poison
Like-
or something on it.
poison and fire.
Poison and fire.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, the bow itself did the regular D8, but she was high deck, so it's like D8 plus 5, plus 2d6 fire, plus like 2d8 poison.
Yeah.
And if
yeah,
you
yeah.
failed the poison, you were poisoned for a round. I mean, it was just heinous. And, well, you were a good party. You worked well together. You vanquished the foe.
Don't speak
do.
about the party in the past tense, please.
Yeah.
That makes me uncomfortable.
And then, sometime later, we dropped the turtle in the bag.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. That's
That
a
was
highlight,
nice.
actually, on Twitch.
It should be.
Yeah. Good Lord.
I mean, really, we
never
don't
find
even
that.
get to have a rest.
Do what?
We don't even get to have a rest.
Okay, so yeah, you pop out, and the first thing Spectro takes to the sky, you look up, I watch him soar up there like a miniature Superman, and he catches an arrow, another one flies wide, and it comes back down, and it's like, who wants an arrow? And that's about when Mavu takes notice because he's facing directly towards your direction. Where? Too many tabs. And he sees you come, and at first you see on his face he's a little startled. Portal opens and people come out, and somebody shoots in the sky, and he looks for a second, and then you see his shoulders. He visibly relaxes, and a smile comes across his face, and he comes over to see you. And this guy, I'm sorry, I had it wrong. The one that's the farthest south, he's the minstrel. This is the ranger looking one. So Mavu comes down. He's smiling until he notices, a dead paladin over Tarathiel's shoulder, and he's still got half a smile, like he's glad to see you, but you see it register over his face what's happened, and he just this look of surprise. Well, you found Alec. It appears it was too late. I would love to hear all about it, and that's these guys are moving forward. But I don't know if you can tell, but we are under siege.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah, that's what all the fire and the all the crap in the middle between the 2 towers is all about. It's the half-orc army that's come from Cauldron. They've been here a couple of days setting up. Our scouts saw them come early, so we were able to fix the small breaches in the walls, and this entrance here is pretty much the only way they can come in. The city itself is surrounded on all sides by a river. There's a couple of bridges, and they've got some scouts at those bridges, but I think they're just trying to keep us in the city, keep us from escaping. But as of this morning, and it's morning. It looks like it's maybe 10 in the morning. As of this morning, they started making formations, and they have just recently finished crafting their catapults. So I feel like they're going to attack very soon. How are you? And he kind of half grins.
We've had some encounters, but where can we help? I think.
Well, there's about 100 half orcs at our front door, and we've seen sightings of rather large somebody in a full plate armor yelling commands.
Could be the
Is-
Blue Duke. He's a giant.
That's what we figure. We know he's a Goliath, and he nods at you,
Yeah, Goliath.
Farazan. It makes sense, but he's a bit bigger than your average Goliath. I mean, you're a big guy. This guy's about the size of a ogre or maybe even a hill giant. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like maybe there's something more to him than just a regular Goliath. But they haven't attacked. Those two arrows, we've seen them maybe testing us every once in a while. They'll shoot arrows over, maybe trying to get lucky with a pot shot. They were shooting through what we have set up between the towers, and they're the ones that set fire to the edge, trying to burn it down, I'm assuming. But the smoke's completely obscured everything. We got a couple of men up on top of the towers, keeping low, but trying to keep an eye on, see what's going on. But right now, we're just waiting, and really just there's not much of a plan to be made. Unless, I mean, it'd be suicide to run out there. So we just kind of have to wait and see what they do.
So they're here to basically squash the chisel, right? Like that's their beef.
My understanding from what I've heard, and it's been, oh, by the way, your friend, your Githyanki friend, Khaldun, he did teleport, came down, said that Jinya almost insisted that he come and check things out. And he has actually weeded out. He's reduced their numbers quite a bit. And now that you think about it, Svetro, there was a lot of scarring and scorch marks all through the area outside. And you don't see any dead bodies, but it looks like Khaldun had a field day. And, and Mavu's, and behind the scenes, I've been talking to Heath, and I was going to have him come in as a cameo. But for the same reason he had to step down, he was out of town doing Navy stuff, so he couldn't make it tonight. But I thought it'd be cool to have him come in and do part of the fight. But I figure just hearing that he'd been there and got some joy out of casting fireballs about a dozen times. But anyway, he definitely thinned out the numbers quite a bit. There were probably 3 times as many.
Wow.
Cowart just redeemed the red shirt.
Oh yeah,
He said some random forest wolf joins in.
Runs up, pees on a catapult, runs off again.
It's
Thank you,
mine.
Jungle Brother.
My catapult. Well, what's the wolf's name? Is that you're using the drachma from Twitch?
10,000 drachma.
10,000. Yeah, what else you can do with it?
Amazing.
John.
John Wolf. All right.
John Wolfstein.
Wolfenheimer. Give me a second. I've got something for this.
Oh boy. His name is my name too.
John Jingle Wolfenheimer Schmidt. And he's just looking at you like waiting for a response or something.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Can we get on top of those towers to take a look down? Or is the smoke obscuring that as well? From there as well?
No, you can get up there. And you see the doors on the base of the towers facing on the inside, just like regular towers, a spiral staircase up to the top. The smoke is a little bit, probably giving them a little bit of cover, making it harder, but it's not completely thick. There's no wind, so the smoke is going straight up.
Okay.
I mean, I had asked if or I guess it could have been Spectra or Mike who asked the question about the chisel, because it's not like that's why this force has moved on Red Gorge, right? Is because of the chisel members that are here.
Because of the chisel, yeah. So, and that's right. That's what he was saying is, we know that they're coming down to raise the city. They're coming to destroy the city.
So have they managed to get word to any other chisel members? Because it's a network. Like, is there help coming, or are we on our own?
We are pretty much on our own. We're the central, the main headquarters, and this is the main guy come up and talking. We're the central hub, as it were, of the chisel, but the others are leagues away, like thousands of miles away. Greyhawk City. I mean, they're not close by. There's not a chisel cell, for lack of a better word, in Cauldron. There's not one over in Sasserine. We're the only one in this area. So if they could be coming on their way, but it'll take them days, weeks, if not months to get here, especially through these mountains.
I mean, Spectra and I might be able to sneak around and disable those catapults. Do you think they're open to negotiation, or are we going to have to fight them to the death?
And this is Mavu talking again. We tried to talk to them, but they immediately attacked us. They're not responding to us. We put up a white flag when they first started arriving. We tried to get an audience with the Blue Duke. They're just not listening to us, and we can't get any higher than just one of the regular soldiers up front. The Blue Duke won't respond to any of us.
Was that before or after the Khaldun Baku?
That was before. We did. Jinya's been contacting us semi-regularly using magic, and we mentioned that we knew that we were about to be laid in upon, and that's when she said, "Well, I'm going to send a friend." And did she ever?
Do you guys have any other or your own kind of war machines, catapults?
No, I mean we're a mining city. We're not really. This is the best. The fact that we have carts and shipping crates was just dumb luck that we could fill the hole in here. And I'm going to show you guys the actual overhead map of Red Gorge, kind of give you an idea of the city itself.
We're zoomed in at the old breach.
Do you see the Age of Heroes symbol?
Yeah,
that's where you guys are. That's where they're attacking from. And he was talking about the two bridges. He's talking about the Miners Bridge and the Caravans Gate. So there are a couple of guardsmen at these two areas, and there are some half-orcs on the other side, but figure that they're not attacking from that direction because they can't get their siege engines over there. So the only way they can attack is from this direction. Through the old breach, we were able to block that back up within a couple of days of them showing up. But there's nothing we could do between the open tower. So this is what we have.
All right. Well, we'll have to make do.
I'm going back.
Whoops. I think the idea of taking out the siege engine is probably a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I 100% agree, because it'll take the walls out, and B, it'll take out our barricade in just a couple of shots. It won't take long before they knock that down and start moving in. I'm assuming that's their plan. That's what I would do.
Do you think that Blue Duke is more likely to respond to a missive from Fairzan?
It's possible. I mean, because he's a Goliath? I don't know.
And a
I-
hero of the city.
I could
And
go to
who
the
is
top and issue a challenge.
he? If you, by all means, whatever ideas you have, we're open to it. Right now, we're just milling around, trying not to get pot shot by the archers they have until they do what they do. There's nothing that we're as prepared as we think we can get. Basically, what we were discussing over by the fire is an escape plan. Because if they get through that front, the people of the city are dead. I mean, these are just miners and family. We're about the only true fighters, and this is Mavu speaking again. I have some magic. He points over at the foreman. He can do a little bit of magic, but nothing even close to what Khaldun was doing.
And he had to return to Cauldron.
He basically said he was out of spells except for one to get him back to Cauldron. And there was nothing much else he could do today. He said if the siege continues tomorrow, he'll come back and try to help out. But they've already started spreading out a little further. I mean, they
I
were all
must go.
bunched
There's
up.
insufficient red meat here.
You'd think there'd be more red meat in a place called Red Gorge.
Gorge was red.
Right?
So I think we have rested because a lot of my stuff is reset.
Not me.
No,
Yeah,
I think we
same.
rested just before Nebthorton
Yeah.
showed up.
You did right.
We
you
slept,
rested right.
and then
Yeah,
in the morning.
that's right.
And then that was the dramatic entrance that Matt had to wait for.
Yeah.
The dramatically appropriate time for Nabthorton was we wake up from a nappy nap.
The DM needed you to be at full health to fight the bad
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
That's what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Can you imagine you're just sleeping in a random room you found on the other end of a portal, and just a giant clawed hand comes down to just shake you like, hey, buddy.
Get it, eat.
Excuse me.
Do we have a fight scheduled? Do you need like 15 minutes? Or
So I guess Fairzon's
job.
probably going to think about it for just a minute, and he'll say, Spetro and Tarathiel, would you be willing to try to circumvent the forces and get around behind them? And Alma, would you accompany me to the top of the turret? The tower.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Coward.
Should try 5 more
Sorry.
minutes.
the blue Duke Dio, okay? I don't know, it just got me. He made
Yeah.
a turd joke.
Joke. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind going out that way and seeing if we can't. It's going to be more than a sabotage job. When I flew up there were a couple of half orcs manning each, so we'll be. It'll be combat for sure. And the last thing we need is for us to get tied up there and then have the 100 that are currently facing in our direction now be drawn in the direction that we were going to be in. So maybe
True.
have to work hard at keeping their attention because we're definitely going in loud. This isn't going to be a quiet operation, I don't think.
So, Spetro, based on what you saw when you were up there, you figure you've got a couple hours before they finish. Like they were actively putting this catapult last pieces together. They were hammering in pins and getting the ropes tied down. You know, they weren't quite there yet, and you figure it won't be long, but you might have till about noon before they finish and have it ready to go.
Yeah, well, and I also know that Spetro, I don't think has any way to actually destroy it. He might be able to disable it. I don't know how much time that will or won't buy. But you know, if it buys an hour, might be worth it.
By the way, that portal is still there. It did not disappear.
Oh well, then
Everyone's
Mabu has a
Yes,
way out.
yes. Yeah. I have an
Um,
exit for you. Run through the magical portal. You'll be 500 miles west of Cauldron.
Yeah,
You'll see a skeleton.
Take a water
Don't
bottle.
worry about
but you'll be
Take some water.
alive.
Yeah.
hang a right at the skeleton.
Don't do anything with the mirror. Just leave it be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely take a water bottle and some snacks.
Lots of snacks. Maybe some sunscreen.
Keep preparing to evacuate. Is probably a good plan. It's a good plan to have in your back pocket.
What do you?
And you see him. Oh, he yells over, and this guard captain comes over, and they chat quickly, and he takes off
All right,
towards the city proper. Is where he's going.
when are we wanting to
I'm
do
doing-
this? I mean, I think
I want to-
we're pretty beat. I mean, we just got out of a pretty hairy encounter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bloodied. So I need to do something about that.
What time did you say it was? Right now-ish, Matt. You
It's-
said we had
it's-
until noon.
It's about 10ish.
Okay.
So the sun's just barely getting up in the sky over the mountains. This is all a rough estimate, but you figure you got a couple hours before the catapults are complete. And then even then, if they were complete now, it would still be a while before they can bash through what's set up, or through a wall or something. Because these walls are stone, they're high, they're well built, but it's pretty obvious that they're going to try to take out this area here.
Even
where
a
they were
short
facing.
rest might be good. Short rest is an hour, right?
Yep, a short rest is an hour.
Yeah, even if we could just get that in, it surely would be helpful. Mine is more of a resource issue than a HP issue. Almost all my key is spent. I think I have one, and he would definitely want to go in with more of that open to him against the half-orcs and catapults.
Oh my!
And Mavu looks over to the left and said, "This is Mickey Max. He's a ranger. He was one of the chisel that was in the area, and that's his pet wolf, John."
Mickey Max of the Maxketeers.
Yes, it is. We call him Birdseed. You can call him whatever you like, and he just nods and smiles.
What? Let's see. Do you know of a way that these two can get around behind this army?
Well, I mean,
Mickey Mac,
you-
whatever his name is, the ranger.
okay. He comes over. The same thing that's keeping us alive right now is probably going to hinder you from getting out of here. Like, we're surrounded, except for one area with a river. If you can cross the river and cross back, sure. Or if you can go down river, sure. Your friend there looks like he can fly pretty good. That'll be handy.
Yeah, it'll be trickier for Tarathiel, but if I could get over there without like flying right over top of all these orcs, that sure would be nice.
How wide is the river at the narrowest point that we can get to?
Well, to the eastern side, it's kind of a gorge, so of course it wouldn't matter the width if you're just going to jump over. Probably 30 feet. It's a pretty big river.
I can probably make it.
Yeah, probably because it's an ice roll for you, right? The little teleport thing. What is the jump roll?
Mhm.
5e?
You can jump your strength without any roll. Your strength score,
I
like
can-
a 10, is 10
I
feet.
can jump for 8 feet.
Yeah. If there's a couple other things. If you're doing athletics, you can add like 2 feet or something like that.
Okay.
Not everybody's an Olympic athlete in 5e like they used to be.
Tarathiel is not.
Me
But
neither.
he is getting proficiency to his athletics for reasons.
It's been working out.
Mm-hmm. No. He has help.
Yeah, so maybe if we get on the ramparts and just see if there's a spot kind of between where some of these half orcs are stationed, including those that are eyeballing the bridges, and see if we can't just cross over the river to one side or the other.
So you could definitely cross the river, and I'm going to switch maps again back to the Red Gorge map.
Ideally, we want to do it where they're not looking.
So they've taken over the quarry, and they've set up here. And if you look at the map, you can see this is a ridge line here. So there's nothing. There's a path that goes between these ridges where they've been mining in this area past there. They've set up probably 15 at each bridge, and they're not even testing. They're not shooting. They're just sitting there holding the bridge.
No, I was thinking more of crossing like here.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Getting on this side and then maybe coming down to where the docks are and crossing again to come in behind them.
So this is probably one of the narrowest parts, and it's about 30 feet wide. And up here, if you go above the waterfall, it's not hard to cross at all. So the water that's down here is it's like 30, 40 feet down. And there's in the area around the city. But up here, it's like land level.
Yeah.
It drops down right here.
Probably our best bet. What is what's the terrain like? I mean, in this map it looks like it's plain, but in the other map it did look like there were some trees, especially up close to where the catapults were.
It's scattered trees. There's some brush. Like those orcs the half orcs that are in the area with the bows, that's more like brush. It's not like a big wooded area. Scrub brush, not quite desert-ish, but there's very sparse trees. There's not a whole lot of trees in this area. Whether they were cut down years ago and just not reseeded right in order to create the city or what, but there are no trees to speak of in this area.
Well, unless anybody else has any other
I'm going to flip it back.
better, safer ideas, it still seems like our best shot at getting to where we might be able to disable those things.
I agree.
Do you think we could take an hour and then implement this plan?
I would prefer it, Spectro says.
Yeah.
Maybe during that hour we can figure out what it is that you and Alma are going to do. How it is that you're going to try to address what we presume is the Blue Duke.
So if we could get his
benefit
attention
from
and
just-
hold it, while you and Tarathiel make your way to and disable those what are they, catapults or trebuchets?
Catapults.
Disable the catapults. Yeah, at least
and
that might give you the best chance of doing that.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I mean, if they're manned, if they're actively being worked on, rather, it's going to be more than just holding their attention. It's going to be like commanding it. Like you're going to have to start a fight probably.
That's what I was gonna say. If you want us to start blasting, we can start blasting. But
I don't think it
It's
has
gonna
to
start
start
things.
that way, but it's probably there's a good shot or a good chance that's going to become necessary at some point. So we just need to make sure that we're ready for that eventuality before we bail. Me and Tarathiel, I mean.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
So it sounds like the first thing you're going to do is a short rest.
Yes.
So during the short rest, and you guys use all your hit dice that you want to use, short rest complete. During the short rest, the captain that ran off comes back, and there's some people with him, and they're bringing you guys food and water. They bring you bandages. don't heal you any hit points, but they're trying to help you. They're feeding you. They're giving you some water. They're bandaging you up. They didn't really notice anybody had like bows and arrows, but they've got like somebody's got a quiver of arrow. They're bringing you supplies. They're trying to resupply you. So if you're short of any mundane items, they've got you replenished. Which I don't think you guys use mundane stuff anymore. But short rest complete. You're fed and watered like a horse. And
Get my
the
oat bag.
the commotion outside the wall and the barricade continues. It doesn't. There's no break.
And what about the portal?
Portal has not disappeared.
Oh, good.
Short rest, baby, short rest. Actually, I am going to. I have one thing that resets on a short rest, which recovers me a psionic energy dice, so I will do that.
Yeah, I get all my key back, which is what I needed.
Useful.
On the short rest, while we're sitting there, can I have identified that bow?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you could have easily in the past.
Yeah.
The bow is magical in the fact that whenever you draw and shoot an arrow with it, it adds the arrow erupts in flame and adds 2d6 fire damage when it hits.
He says, Tarathiel, here, take this.
It does not give you any plus to hit or damage. It's just fire.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have proficiency with long bows. I have it with short bows. Maybe I do, because I do. Look at that. Yep, I do.
I
Connections.
was going to say, if you didn't, then I probably do because of my rangerness.
Here, you two fight for this.
No, he can take it.
So does that make sense? Any normal arrow that you use, when you shoot it, it engulfs in flame, and when it hits, it does an additional 2d6 damage.
You're saying it adds far.
Far. It just sets your ammo on fire. Pretty crappy, really.
Is it a standard named item, or is it something else?
Just a flame bow.
Flame bow.
Flame bow.
Sing it like Django. Flame bow.
That's Nightman. Flame bow. Shooter of the fire arrow.
The thing that comes to my mind is oh shoot, I don't even know what it is. I know what the tune is. Flame bow, get your flame bow. Flintstones.
Flintstones. Yeah. Modern Stone Age family.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah.
Right.
Whoever Spectro or Tarathiel can use it, he'll hand it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I was supposed to say it sounded like Tarathiel. I'll take it.
Long usually also translates to tall. I just don't think I could wield the thing.
Spectro
big
puts
as
it
you
on
are.
his back, and it just.
I'd have to fire it like sideways. Like
yeah. Using your feet.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Can we fire Spectro from it?
I am going to dig around in my pack and pull out two things.
Uh-oh.
One is a necklace of fireballs with 4
Excellent.
remaining charges.
Nice.
God,
Which
you've
I'm
had
going
that
to very-
since like forever.
Forgot about
Very
that.
carefully hold on to, because I'm going to use it to blow up a catapult, hopefully.
All right.
Excellent.
The other one is the Stone of Alarm, which I will give to Fezant without activating it.
Okay.
Person takes it very carefully.
The necklace of fireballs, how quickly after you detach one of the beads does it have to be used? Or could you give me one so I could use it on my catapult too?
I mean, technically speaking, it's an action to detach and throw, so presumably 6 seconds.
Okay.
So you can't hold on to it and then wait a couple of rounds and then toss it. Is what it sounds
Yeah.
like.
I mean,
Immediate.
that's your call, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I
is
don't-
it the throwing which activates it, or is it the detaching that activates it, or is it the?
I think
the,
it starts
the
beeping as
impact?
soon as you detach it. Like.
Well,
I like that though.
there is
Yeah.
one way to find out.
Yeah, you're gonna cook one of the beads in your hand.
Yeah,
Seems
yeah.
like a terrible
You-
idea.
Gonna read the
You help
rules as
us.
written.
And
Right.
I'll
I'm playing
go
too
hide
much
behind
Call
this
of
lead
Duty.
shield.
Yeah, here, catch. It's funny. Like the act of handing it is considered throwing. Just like
Another
hands
swing.
ready,
Oh no!
changes hands.
He just underarm lobs it to you. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hold this.
Catch.
No.
I'm gonna say the hand that plucks it's gotta chuck it.
Here. Good roll.
He what plucks it, chucks it.
That's right.
That needs to be a T-shirt, like with a little.
With like
Little
a
necklace of eyeballs.
Yeah, a
necklace,
drawing
like,
of
right here.
necklace. Yeah. He whom plucks it chucks it. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I have anything else that's useful. I still have a reflective chunk of grandfather clock, which we never get
Yeah.
back.
It's
If
fantastic.
there happen to be any of those horrible little bastards around that are visible all the time,
I've got a wooden stake.
man, you're ready. That was for Drakthar.
Yep. This feels like a perfect opportunity for the Dagger of Venom to make an appearance, which it hasn't for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about that dagger venom was that was a rare item, and you guys were like a level 1 or 2, and I didn't.
Mhm.
After I gave it to you, I'm sitting there thinking like, it's kind of early to get a rare item in there. You guys never used it, so I never felt bad about it. Because your own powers, your own weapons, your innate stuff was just infinitely better.
Yeah.
And it takes an action. So normally by the time we've rolled initiative and got into combat, it's like, it's not really a good use of an action. If it was a bonus
Right.
action to activate, for sure. Would have
Yeah.
been
Oh, for sure.
stabbed into every jerk we met.
That's an assassin's weapon.
Well,
Click it like a pin, and then you go stab somebody with it.
it did make an appearance. The half dwarf, half troll when we first met
Oh, that jerk.
Spectro.
Kazmajan.
What a jerk.
Kazmajan. That's the one.
Hey, I get inspiration.
Good note taking person that has the printed book.
Do you know how many names I have memorized for this thing? I don't
At
have
least
it memorized. At least 6. And y'all are 4 of them.
I've got them in front of me on the stream, so I don't have to memorize them.
No,
let's-
your characters have nameplates. I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but I can, and it really helps me.
Oh, I can
can
only
see
see
mine.
mine.
I'm
Yeah.
terrible with names.
Yeah, I can see mine also, and that's it.
I don't know how to make that to where everybody can see it. I haven't really fiddled with it enough to decide or to figure it out, but not important currently.
It's okay. Okay, so Farazan and Alma up to the top of the tower.
What's the plan here?
Mhm. That's a good
What are you
question.
planning on doing? Because I have some things I can do to help you. I'm not charismatic, so you're gonna have to do the talking, but I can make you more charismatic if that's gonna help.
I assume, or I was thinking that when we got up there, I would start attempting to negotiate with the Blue Duke, and then once that failed, I would go into my extensive knowledge of insults from the from my time wandering around Greyhawk in order to get his attention and then challenge him.
Okay, I will touch your shoulder and I'll say good luck, buddy, and I'll cast enhance ability. And I will give you Eagle Splendor, so you have advantage on charisma checks for an hour.
Nice.
So-
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a very underrated spell. I
I've
love
never
that spell.
heard that spell.
Oh man, it's so good.
Farazan smiles, and you see, ding.
ding.
Oh, and for some reason it rolled That was for something else. Don't listen to that. That was for
You
if I.
shouldn't need. I don't think you need to roll for that, do you?
I hit cast and it automatically rolled for one of them that gives
Oh, Constitution.
temporary hit points.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
don't worry about that.
Psychic whispers for 3 hours.
Who all is
Excellent.
that for? Just the 4 of you? Is that right?
Yeah, so I can do it to. What is my proficiency bonus? Yeah, I can do it to 4 people.
Okay.
So it could be. I mean, Tarathiel is automatically included, right? So it could be my 3 companions, and do we bring in
True.
Marvu?
our guy,
Probably like.
Marvu?
Do you think Marvu or do you think the head of like who's leading this thing?
Cowart said John the Wolf.
We're all just talking and he's like,
Meat,
"Urgh."
meat.
Yeah, you don't have to share a language.
That's right, you don't.
John the Wolf is like, anyone else taste balls?
Uh, Mavu?
Marvu.
Okay.
I mean, it's your spell.
Do you let him know what you're doing? Or does he
Just pops
just
in there.
all of a sudden have a voice in his head of Tarathiel?
This will help us to communicate over long distances. So if things go real bad, you can let us know, or we can let you know.
You see him like looking around, trying to figure it out. He goes, useful, neat. Then he thinks it.
Yeah. Okay, keep the chatter down on the comms.
Over.
Now I feel attacked.
Over.
10-4.
Okay.
All right, you got 3 hours of communication.
There's on. Says, all right, let's go make a scene.
Yay!
Hang on. We've got to cross 2 rivers and get across some country before
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
do
take
that.
us.
All right.
It's gonna take us a little bit of time, but we can ping telechat when we think we're close enough for it to be useful for attentions to be elsewhere.
Okay.
Like we
Yeah.
all got up and got excited, and then me and Farazan just sat back down, crisscross applesauce. Like, okay, we'll just wait.
Everyone's like, and break, and then you sit back down.
Yeah.
Smug him if you got him.
Can I retcon then? I thought we were kind of all going at the same time. Can I wait to cast Enhance Ability until when I know that we're going to do the thing?
Sure.
It only lasts an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we weren't all going right now, so My
Mid
bad.
speech, Farazan just starts stumbling over his words, and
it just cuts off. I'm like,
something
oh god,
manifests in his teeth.
it ran out.
Goes to
It's the
smile
spinach
again and
bus
it's
from earlier.
spinach. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's all. Yeah.
All right.
Good luck,
So you wait. You wait
guys.
for they head out. You're like, hang on. Tweak. You know, pat him on the butt. Good game.
Krakatoon of Aspic.
Just a vintage.
How tall are these towers?
The towers are higher than the wall. The walls are 30 feet, so they're about 40 feet.
Okay.
And they're crenellated. It's kind of hard to tell, but they are.
Okay. Farazan is going to, as Tarathiel and Spectro make their way yonder, he is going to go up to the barricade that's there.
Yep.
He's going to start casting mold earth over and
Okay.
over again.
All right.
And can he cast it over and over to like build up an earthen wall? Because it moves 5 cubic feet of earth at a time.
As
If
far
that
as I
doesn't
know,
work,
yeah. The way it's worded is every time you cast it, it's permanent. So every time you cast it, wherever you move the earth stays there. So, I mean, you could build an entire city out of mud with this spell, and it's kind of over. It's a little overdone, but yes, you can actually stack up. Like you can make a wall and a moat because you dug the dirt out and put it on top. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Okay.
it's. Yeah, Heath abused that spell like crazy one time.
Just the one time.
Just one time?
One time, he toned it back after realizing how just ridiculous it was.
Yeah. Well, the caveat that it has to be kind of loose earth, being right at
This
the top,
is loose
maybe.
earth. This is loose earth. Yeah.
Okay.
You were in the caves. That
Mhm.
stuff. That's rock and earth. This is this is fine.
Okay.
That earth is tight.
Tight like a tiger.
Oh, Lordy. Okay. That and I don't know. I guess that's all I could think of to do.
I just had the realization I don't have to work tomorrow. I just got really happy.
Yay!
Okay, so kind of ping a couple places where you'd like to do that, because these guys will move out of your way or help you or whatever. Like they know who you are.
So it's just like right on the back side of the wall of the barricade there.
Okay,
So just
kind of supporting it.
yeah, just kind of reinforcing the back side of it as much as possible.
Gotcha.
So-
All right, no problem. That takes you about 30 seconds.
Okay. I like that they've brought in a stagecoach. They left one wheel on it, and they threw the other two wheels toward the front of the stack. That's well done. Yeah.
That was all me.
Good planning.
Thanks. Well, there isn't a dirt icon, so I'm going to use this fog to kind of represent what you've done. And
Yes,
Correct me
Cameron.
if-
Thank you. That's
correct
helpful.
me if I'm wrong, if it's where you want it. Kind of like that.
I don't see the fog.
You don't see the fog?
I do.
Yeah. Oh, there it
I
is.
do.
There it is. It just showed up.
Maybe I'll use gas cloud. Will that be better?
I see it now.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Is that kind of where you wanted it?
Yeah. Just as long as it goes a continuous line, that's fine.
All right. And how high do you want it?
5 feet at least, 10 feet if possible.
You can do 10 feet. So
Okay.
in that case, this area behind it will be 10 feet deep because you got to get the dirt somewhere.
Okay. Cool.
Let's do that for the pit.
Everyone pee in it.
Hurry.
All right. You've reinforced and kind of created a little bit of a moat, right? Empty moat, but a pit behind the wall.
Okay. Excellent.
Yep. All right.
That's it. And then whenever the two of them are in position, we'll pop our heads to the top of the tower.
Okay. So, Terethiel, we're going to move on to you and Spetro. Tell me what you're doing.
I mean, Spectra can fly across the gorge.
Yep.
At this nearest point, and could probably drop down into the gorge a little bit so that he's more difficult to make out. Terethiel needs to teleport across.
Okay.
The real problem is going to be that I have to roll for how far I can teleport.
Yeah. Well, worst case, you fall in, and then you spider climb out, right?
That's true, but it might hurt. But so be it. That is what I will do. So let me find the...
He could fly a rope across.
So you're going to go to the eastern wall.
Yeah.
Get
Western
over
wall.
it, no problem.
Western
You guys
wall.
are sneaky types. Cross the river. The river's about 30, 40 feet deep. It's about 30 feet wide. And you're going to use that throw the dagger and teleport where the dagger lands kind of
Psychic
ability.
teleportation.
Is that
Yep.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So it's
So
roll
top-
a d8 and teleport up to 10 feet per the number shown on the die. So if I roll a 4, I can teleport 40 feet.
Oh, wow. You're just really gambling. Okay.
I mean, he only fails on a 1 or a 2, right? It's 30 feet across.
Yeah. If you do, because you can jump and then throw it. Right?
So what
Jump
you're saying
in-
is, yeah, I
in
can,
midair.
What I'm saying
I
is
run up
there's-
and take a
there's
jump-
chance.
yeah.
Hmm.
Then I can make it 10 feet across, and then I only really need to get a 2 or above. So really, it's a 1 in 8 chance of falling into the river.
A 3 or above.
Well, he
Well,
said
no,
he's going to
30 feet-
run
no,
and jump.
30
Yeah.
feet wide. Yep. Yeah, so
Yeah.
don't roll a 1.
Oh God.
I rolled a 5,
All
so
right.
I can teleport up
Yay.
to 50 feet.
You jump
So Tarathiel
midway
bamps
across.
across the river.
Yeah, you just
Cool.
teleport across. And there are no
Hey guys,
bad
not good.
guys on this side. But I do want to say it's pushing noon and there's no terrain really to be spoken. I mean, you cannot hide,
Yeah.
right? It's noon, broad daylight, barely cloudy, and there's no. I mean, you could if you laid flat, you could be in the grass and hide. But if you're moving, you're being seen like that. Does that make sense?
Only if they're looking.
That's true.
Yep.
And they're really far away. So,
Yeah.
because each
I
one of
got
these
my Cloak
squares
of
is
Elven Kind.
500 feet. Huh?
And I got my Cloak of Elvenkind hood up.
Okay. So you're making your way
Like
to
a
the
heart
north
from
to
this
the
thing.
waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you both walking? Or are you flying, Spetro?
I'm gonna stick to the ground for now. I think that makes me less visible, especially if lying down in the grass means. I mean,
You
Yeah.
could probably crouch. You'd be all right crouching and moving in the grass. It's not like it's not mowed. It's
yeah.
You know, it's about 3 feet high.
Yeah, I was
Um,
just trying to. I was looking at how what's. I didn't know you when you had mentioned 500 feet. Are you wanting to try to figure out how many rounds it's going to take us to move?
I'm more concerned with distance of perception.
Gotcha.
Like the half orcs perceiving you guys moving across, and then you got this waterfall sound. So my concern is just more about them noticing.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
Yeah.
guys are. I'm going to flip it over the other map just so you have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I think the plan is to cross kind of at the head of that waterfall,
Waterfall.
and
So you crossed here, moving up, and then get here, and then cross over.
yeah,
Right?
Mhm.
Is that okay? So as you approach, you get approximately where the Urfa is. You notice that they have a little bit of a detachment at the boat docks. They've
Okay.
taken control of the boat docks.
we can move a little bit further to the east and cross.
East or
Boat docks are down below the head of the waterfall, though,
waterfall.
right?
they're at the
Mhm.
top of the waterfall.
That
Is
seems
what
like a
you're asking?
terrible place to launch a boat from, then.
I'm assuming they intend to go the other way. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, you're going upriver when you get in there.
That's where
Right.
we launched from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that
we
reminds
went-
me.
and
We
we
owe
went
the city of
west.
Bridgecourt
Yeah, you went
a
this way.
boat.
So we went down the waterfall.
No,
No,
you
no,
went west.
the waterfall is high on this side and low on this side as
Yeah,
it drops into the gorge.
here's the top.
Oh, I see,
here's
I
the
see.
bottom.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Surprised
I
I
read
don't
it
have
wrong.
an arrow.
That makes perfect sense.
Yep.
So you're about 500 feet away from the river when you do notice that there are about a little detachment of half orcs who have taken up and taken over the boat dock area.
Okay. And we're just wanting to. I mean, for Tarathiel's sake, we're trying to cross at the top. Because like I could
We're
just
trying to cross,
flitter over, But if
trying
you,
to cross at the narrowest point,
yeah,
really, if I'm going to teleport across.
yeah,
But maybe it makes sense to climb down the cliff a little way and then fly across, and I can try and teleport across. And
Yeah.
hope that things don't go horribly pear-shaped and I end up in the bottom of the waterfall.
yeah. So if you spider climb down the cliff on this western side, and then tried to throw a dagger, just across to the other cliff, and then spider climbed up.
I say we use Spetro as a wakeboard boat and just have Tarathiel like ski
Just surf him across.
yes, surf him across. By
The problem
toe.
is neither one of us is terribly strong.
No.
And so like there's always a chance because dice, but
So,
The-
Spetro, you're still very strong after having drunk that liquid that was in that that fountain before you fought Nabthorton. Remember, your strength went up by like 5.
No, I
Oh.
don't remember that at all.
I got some of that.
You drank some of that water, and your strength went up by like +5. That's still in effect.
Okay. How long does that thing last?
You have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I've got in my inventory purple strength potion.
That puts me at a 13, so that's still +1 versus
That's-
my wait, right? 13 is +1.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's better than my -1. But
I mean,
how do you
it's-
change
got a
that
minus.
on Roll20? How do I change my?
I mean, you can just go to character creation and just increase your stat.
if you click
If you,
on the
if you
word
click on the
strength,
stat,
yeah,
Oh,
it'll
click
open up a
on
panel on
strength.
the right, and there's an override score or another modifier or whatever that you
Okay,
can
gotcha.
set.
Yeah. All right. That way, that'll affect all my attacks and stuff too. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, I reckon if we go up the or downriver, I guess, a little bit to the east, and climb down the walls of the gorge and cross down the bottom.
Okay. Seems a bit safer. You won't fall 30 or 40 feet
Yeah.
if you mess up.
Well, I mean, somebody mentioned it before, but I do have 50 feet of rope and I've got pittons. So if I can tie the rope on one end and hand it to Spectra, he can fly it over to the other side, and then I can just walk across the
Tightrope.
rope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can tightrope it.
I've got the same gear, so I could if you
Have
drove in.
insane acrobatics. So
Yeah. I do too. I mean, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to fly because that's guaranteed. But
Mhm.
So it may
You
seem
can-
like
you
a
can roll
strange time to bring this up, but you you could shimmy along the outside of this wall.
too
Like
late.
it's-
We already crossed.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, I know you're wanting to, and I completely am all for it. Figure out a way to cross a river with rope and flying and spider climbing and teleporting.
Mhm.
But just putting that out there, that is an option. So you got the rope. You spike it to the ground. Spetro's flying over. 50 feet, about the best place to do it will probably be right here at where the falls are actually hitting the lower area.
okay.
Yeah.
And I just
And
drive one
it's-
of the pitons in on that side.
Yeah, it'll be
So-
loud there as well. So
So the waterfall itself, it's a waterfall. It's really loud. You're not worried about sound, but you think flying over a gorge might be pretty obvious. Just before you go, you're going to be out in the open, flying across a gorge, and granted, you are a good 500 feet at least from either direction of any orcs. But I'm gonna do a perception check to see whether or not they notice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not flying like over the. We're below the top of the. We're like down inside
in
of
the
gorge
gorge.
doing this.
Down the gorge. Okay.
Yeah. Because he can spider climb down to the rope, do the thing,
Yeah.
cross, and then spider climb up, and I can just fly down and then over and then up.
Okay. Carry on. You do that, get the rope across, and you don't seem to have caught their attention.
Good.
So you have a tight rope across the gorge. You've got spider climb. You just shimmy right across, and now you guys are approximately in this area right here.
Now we definitely need to be paying the close attention to visibility and stuff, especially taking advantage, making advantage of any kind of foliage on the way up there. I did notice on the other map, like I said, there was on the left side, there looked to be some trees, not just some brush. But I don't know how far
Yeah,
out those
there are a few trees. I'll go back to the other map. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what you're doing. I'm not saying there's 0 trees, but like that might be it. Those 2 trees, and then some brush and shrubberies, but mostly just high grass.
Yeah.
So there are spots, there's some shrubs you can move to, and like I said, Spectro, you got no problem. You just crouch down and you move a little slower, and you can hide. Dorathiel, you'd be moving like 5 feet around to keep cover and move. So you do have the only problem is you just can't hide in plain sight. right? So if you're moving up towards these orcs, I mean, the closer you get, you just feel like they're going to be able to spot you. What were you planning on doing for, like, to get close to the catapult? How are you going to be hidden?
I don't have anything specific.
Yeah.
At one point I had a potion of invisibility, but I have drunk it.
You should beat up 2 of them and steal their uniforms.
Hmm.
Inspiration.
At one point I had
fits.
a hat of disguise, but I handed it off to our gnomish friend. So
Oh, that's right.
All right, I can cast Pass Without Trace on us, and that would give
Ooh,
you at
that's
least a
good.
+10 to
That'll give you a +10 to your stealth,
yeah.
which
My
is
plus
And you're
12.
already pretty
fantastic.
stealthy, right?
Right. I mean, if Tarathiel hides with Pass Without Trace, nobody on Orith will see him because he has advantage and they have disadvantage with that hood up.
Mhm.
The issue is there's nowhere to hide.
there's
Right?
nowhere to
It's
hide.
just grasslands. It's
Well, I mean, we're still going to be using the distraction tactic to hopefully have all eyes not scanning the. You know, we're working within that certain window in the
So-
hopes that
Farazan draws their attention.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
if you think Pass Without Trace would be helpful, then
Yeah,
do that.
absolutely. It will definitely be helpful.
okay. It is concentration. It lasts for up to an hour, so that should be time enough at least to get us over. I'm assuming that our best place to actually start is in these trees. These two, even if they're the only trees, that's probably what Spectro's aiming for.
From that direction. Yeah. Okay.
So it costs Spectro 2 key to pass or to cast Pass Without Trace, but it doesn't require any kind of components to do it that way. It says, as an action, you can spend 2 key points to cast Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass Without Trace, or Silence without providing material components.
You just wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Look at me, I'm a tree.
So I will do that and mark 2 key off.
Okay. Concentration lasts for an hour. You have a +10 to your dexterity when rolling for stealth.
Yep. Me and any creature I choose within 30. Well, it says each creature you choose within 30 feet, so it'll be the
Yeah.
two of us. And then this will be when
burst.
we let Farazan and Alma know that whatever it is that they're planning to do, grabbing attention now would be a
Do it now.
good idea. Yeah.
Turtle. Okay, so Farazan, you hear Tarathiel in your ear, in your brain, saying, "All right, we're in place."
Okay.
I'll cast Enhance Ability right now.
All right.
So
Farazan does his winning smile.
it should look great.
Yep. And he'll run up to the top of the crenellated tower.
All right, just put yourself wherever you like.
Follow behind.
Okay. Not on the stream. Over here. How about there?
Perfect. Yep, that'll work.
Okay. All right. And then once he's up there, Farazan he'll. I don't know if I can. Do I have? Sorry, I should have thought about this. Mold, earth, green flame, light, dancing lights. Oh, yeah, I guess he'll cast his new cantrip, dancing lights.
Okay.
And he'll throw them kind of in a whirling around above him.
So like strobe lights
Yeah,
or like disco
Fireworks.
it's a
And
it's
I'll cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute as well. With Thaumaturgy as a cantrip.
All right.
excellent.
So there are lights floating in the sky, and the earth is shaking harmlessly. Okay.
And
But it is drawing attention.
Yeah, definitely.
Half-orc rave.
So you cast a spell. You both, Farazan casts a spell, and Alma immediately is like, "Oh yeah," and just follows up with her spell. These guys move back a bit from the tower. Right. That's where the it's shaking right in this area, right?
Yeah.
And then there's bright lights strobing around up here. So, okay, so they're just backing up a little bit.
Okay. And then
I mean, they just had a wizard nuke over half of their company, so they're spreading out. They're doing grenade distancing.
they've been trained well. They've been trained well. So Farazan is going.
You look
to...
at them, and they're all wearing chainmail. They all have shields, and they all have long swords. These are very well equipped half-orcs.
Okay.
So they're prepared for chain lightning then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And heat metal.
Like, quit pushing me up.
Yeah. So Farazan's going to kind of take a deep breath in.
That worked.
And then he's going to shout at the loudest he could possibly do. I don't have anything to magically enhance that, and I don't know if thaumaturgy
I
would.
do.
Yeah, could it work on him?
No, it has to be me.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to say that little charisma boost also is going to help you with projecting your voice with your diaphragm.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Diaphragm.
So Farazan's going to well, I was going to say he stands on the edge of the tower, but that's not a good idea, so he's not going to do that. So he's going to shout down, and he's going to call out to the Blue Duke. He'll say something like,
Here, Dookie, 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 Dookie.
Don't call me that.
Yeah, he'll raise his voice and he'll say something like, Behold, I am Farazan. I wish to speak to your leader, the Blue Duke. If he will show his face, we may parley so that we will not spill any blood from yours or our side. And he'll
You
wait.
need more blood.
What language do you speak? Right, you're speaking common, I get that, but what languages can you speak?
Giant and gnomish.
Okay. So you yell this, and these are soldiers, they're professional soldiers, they've been trained, but you hear occasionally like a chuckle, like among them. And then somebody, like the rank and file, you'll hear somebody bark something out, and they stop, and they just kind of reset themselves. You say that, and they all notice. They all look up at you, and they're looking at you. But you say that, a couple of them chuckle, and then somebody among the group, another half-orc, not like the Blue Duke is sitting there, but like another half-orc, probably like a lieutenant or a sergeant or something, yells out something, and they all just tighten it up again. So they don't just start laughing out loud at you, but you just notice that a couple of them are just chuckling at that idea.
Okay. And Farazan's going to look at the one that shouted out. If he can kind of spot that one.
It was in this area. I'm trying to ping on Twitch like you do.
Yep.
And it was in this area, but they're all wearing chainmail. It's hard to determine which one it was.
Okay. And
one of these guys in this area.
So he'll gesture. He'll take that staff and kind of swing it around and like point it down after the cattle jump off the table, and he'll point it down in that direction and shout, "It's like, you down there. You seem to have some authority. Will you relay a message to your leader? Tell him that I want to parley." Can I roll a perception
Persuasion.
or anything, or do you want me to wait?
Give me persuasion.
Not perception. Persuasion. An advantage, right?
With advantage, yep.
Come on. 22.
22.
Nice.
So, this one, he hesitates for a moment. And then he finally, after, 5 seconds, looks like he's internal debate. He didn't say anything, but he just starts moving up towards the camp and ballista area.
Okay.
Don't forget, we've got a Khaldun. He's on recharge, but we got one.
Yeah, gotta hurry. And you see him eventually go into tent.
Okay.
Time passes.
He'll wait.
Hmm.
He'll wait. If he sees them, like, are they looking up at him with those lights
Yeah.
kind of whirling around?
Are they looking at him?
Yeah. Are the half orcs are looking at Farazan with the lights, and yes,
Yeah.
they are. They you've got their attention. They're
Okay.
not losing their composure anymore, like they were chuckling a little bit, but that's stopped. But they are looking at you, like more. It seems to just keep you in sight than to pay attention to you. If that makes sense. Like they're alerted, I guess is better.
They are paying attention to us.
They are absolutely paying attention. They are all
Okay.
eyes on Farazan.
So that you hear that loud and clear.
Yep. Okay. I don't know. Do you think? I'm trying to decide if I need to keep keep talking, or if as long as they're looking at him, I think he'll just kind
I
of
mean,
wait.
we've got their attention. That's what we wanted, right?
Yep.
So he moved directly up into the tent, and minutes are passing by.
Okay. So Farazan's gonna talk. Ask Spetro and Tarathiel. Says, "I seem to have their attention, but it is taking a few moments to get the attention of the Blue Duke himself. It's like, let me know if you need me to do something a bit more flashy."
All right. We're. How much progress have we made towards these trees, Matt?
Well, you were waiting on that signal, so you haven't really started moving yet. You're about 500 feet away.
Okay.
You do have those trees. If you follow like that line, the trees are between you and the half orcs.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and let you roll stealth. This would be more like a footfall stealth than a sneaky hiding in plain sight kind of stealth, because
Okay.
the closer you get,
Okay.
you do realize that they're looking at, you assume was Farazan somewhere over there. And you see the lights above. I mean, it's daylight, but you can see the dancing lights above the tower, and you can start to see the tower. And the closer you get, you actually see Farazan, who's standing up there.
Yeah. He casts drone show.
I can cross 500 feet in 34 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, you are a movie.
Not counting
yeah.
teleporting if I need to.
So in
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I didn't do the math, but I mean my base speed is 50, so
Hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, y'all quick.
kind of keep pace.
You're even faster. I can move 90 feet around. You can move 100 feet around, at least.
So
tiny little legs kicking.
the two of you, and I'm going to give Spetro disadvantage, and Tarathiel, you have just standard, as in you've been given a disadvantage. Give me stealth checks with your plus 10 from the Pass Without Trace.
Hang on.
So mine with disadvantage is a 22.
Okay.
Wait, I clicked survival, not stealth. Hold on. You can use that number. It's fine. Or do you want me to re-roll?
Is it the same plus 6?
It's plus 7.
So it's 23 then.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Mine's a 26 with the plus 10.
Wow. Okay.
That's a 4
yeah.
on the dice. I currently have a plus 22
That is
stealth.
insane. That is
Ridiculous.
insane.
So ridiculous. Okay. And they have a disadvantage to see you. It doesn't affect that. So, all right. So you two have both rolled above a 20. You have made it effectively to the far side of these trees. The map doesn't go any further, but you are in the trees.
Sweet.
So let's do
Dim light in there.
Asking for a friend.
at the base of the tree. Sure.
Under the canopy, dim light.
So we're both pretty hard to see right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my invisibility thing's only for darkness, but it does give me my bamf if I'm in dim light.
Oh, Tarathiel, don't stand there.
Moving them across. So I'm going to do that. You're about 20 feet further to the left.
Mhm.
But that's kind of where you felt like was the best place to approach.
All right.
And you can spread out a little bit if you want. I don't care about it. That's kind of where you guys are.
Perfect.
It's been about 5 minutes since Farazan. Well, unless y'all do something else. You're in the trees. About 5 minutes later, you guess the sergeant makes his way out of the tent. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. Where? And I just put him on the map layer. Oh my god. Why not?
Is that him?
Yeah.
He's also dragging his head on the floor, which is amazing.
Sideways Muppet walking.
He's a token, damn it. All right. Back on the tokens. There we go. So
Token
he
half look.
walks out of the tent. I gotta fix this. It's driving me crazy.
I like
There
it.
we go.
Stand up.
He's walking out
I
of the
lost him.
tent, and you see that he's making his way to here, and he steps over here. And barks an order. And all of these guys take a shot.
Dang it.
You have very good cover. You have like the best cover except for total. So you got +5 to your armor class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of them take a shot.
It's less than ideal.
Basically a natural 20 to hit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. They all bounce off the crenellation and you duck a couple of them, but they have all taken one shot. And this particular half-orc comes back and assumes his position.
All right.
Which tent did he come out of? Can you ping that one?
Mhm. And about that time, this gigantic, full plate armor clad being steps out of the tent, like he's ducking and stepping out of the tent, and stands right here. And he turns behind him, and he's obviously speaking orc, and he yells at these back here, and he turns around and he yells at these, and 6 more run back and assist, and now they're double timing getting these catapults fixed.
That
Okay.
makes things a
He
bit
turns
more
back
difficult.
around and looks up at you, helmeted head, and just sits there.
All right. So Farazan will relay that there are now twice as many orcs, half
3
orcs
times.
over there. At the catapult, he says, "I think I've caused you more difficulty. I apologize."
I think I messed up. It was a group plan though, right?
Yeah.
Rachel measures just in case. I measured
Don't
just
look
in
at
case.
the measuring. I just wanted to see if I could see
I'm-
him clearly. That's
I'm
all it is.
Just curious.
Uh-huh.
If there's anything wrong with curiosity in the
Uh-huh.
world.
Yeah, Farazan's going to hold on. Let me just make sure just in case right here. Okay. Yeah, Farazan's going to stow the staff, pull out the shield,
Uh-huh.
and then high mana. Then he is going to also out of one of the pockets of his efficient quiver, he's going to pull a javelin, and he's just going to hold on to it.
Okay.
Hey, it worked last time.
Yeah, he's actually within range this time.
Yeah, I know. This is just like, I said I want to talk.
To you. That'd be
Just-
great.
This is
Just
my
giant note
pointer.
that just says, hey.
All right. So now that he sees him, he's going to shout again. And let me just make sure the music's not too loud here. The coward says, "Want to be friends? Circle yes or no." But he leans up to the edge of that crenellation, and he says, "Blue Duke, you've finally shown your face." Says, "If you will not negotiate, then I offer this challenge. You and I do battle, 1-on-1. What's the war by champion? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Says,
Combat, yeah.
I challenge you to war by champion.
Death by murder.
Death by murder. Murder
Okay,
by
and-
numbers.
This is in common.
He's a giant, right? Or is he a
No,
Goliath?
he's a Goliath.
Okay.
Which
then
I mean, he may speak giant.
Yeah.
It would fit, but
yeah. I don't know that we've ever established that if giant was separate and apart from Goliath, but in
I think we said they were basically like a distant dialect.
like a
It was
dialect.
similar.
yeah.
Okay. Then he would probably be speaking in, his native giant Goliath.
Goliathese.
Yeah.
Which it's like a mix between giant and common, right? It's a little bit of both languages. So if you speak common or you speak giant and somebody's speaking Goliath, you can kind of pick up half of what's going
Yeah.
on.
Pigeon giant. Pigeon
Yeah,
Goliath.
yeah, basically. The Spanglish, so it's like giant glash. Anyway, you're sitting there and you're yelling at him, and when you get the word challenge out, the half orcs in the area start laughing again. And this time, none of the sergeant, you don't hear any voices ringing out. And he just steps forward, and he barks an order in half orc, and they all just stop. They snap shut, and they get back into formation.
Jamie, how close do you have to be to do your know your enemy thing?
A mile, isn't it?
I think it's just within line of sight.
Okay.
I think so.
I have an idea,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's dumb. So I'll ask this.
That is great.
I'll ask this over our chat. I was thinking about casting silence over him, so nobody can hear what he's saying, like for commands and stuff. Is that dumb?
Silence is geographically
helpful?
locked, right?
Yeah, silence won't move. It'll be the area that you cast it in. It would stop
Oh,
him
that's
from.
true.
It would
Spells and
if you cast it up on the area he's in and he stepped out of it, it would stop.
Yeah.
It would stop
Okay.
working.
Never mind. I
I
can't
mean,
move it.
it's not a bad idea if you could make him silent by casting it on him and it stayed on him. That would be a different story. But
Yeah,
the
that would be
fact
cool.
that it's stuck where you cast it, you don't think it would have the effect that you're looking for.
And he would know, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I was just popped into my head.
Okay.
you could cast it on the catapults, though.
Really quiet catapults.
Yeah, there would also be very quiet ba-boom.
Explosions.
Oh, that's true.
It would be.
I could do that.
Do you have the range for it?
Hmm.
So, Matt,
Uh huh.
I'm looking at
Easy.
spells here.
All
Darkness,
right.
darkness and silence in particular. So darkness says magical darkness spreads from a point you choose.
Yes.
And we talked even before I started playing about me having basically a flavored necklace I could cast darkness on so that it moved with me. And I could tuck it in if I wanted to shut it off. Silence uses the same language. It says a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose. So could it be cast on an object, or could darkness not be cast on an object?
You could cast silence on a coin and throw it,
Yeah.
but
I don't think so.
it would be stuck on the coin.
But
Because it's-
say she casts it on his chest plate,
He'd get a
or
saving throw.
on his sword,
But it creates a sphere. It's not like you're casting it on something. That's
Well,
my
like,
understanding.
Yeah, well, if you look at light spell, it says if you cast, it creates a sphere and at a certain
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
And you can cast light spell on like a torch for a permanent torch. So just by using the same language that they use for light spell, dark spell, and silence, all kind of sound like they're the same way.
So, it would still,
Yeah,
you
but-
could
but
cast it on.
I
him.
disagree because it doesn't say you cast it on an object. Light says
Yeah.
you cast it on an object, but silence does not.
Good point.
Yeah,
It
darkness
says- it
doesn't
just
say
says
that.
Otherwise,
that
you
point.
could silence the javelin and just pitch it into him.
Yeah,
So what
Yeah,
does
exactly, yeah.
Does
Now,
darkness say anything about an
darkness.
object?
Yeah, darkness says if the point you choose is an object you're holding.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it
darkness
does
would work.
clarify
Then
that.
silence wouldn't. Silence would be
It specifies.
a point. Yeah. If it's very
Silence
specific-
creates a sphere and it's not moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
exploring the language there.
So darkness would work.
That would be cool though.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, catch.
Yeah.
So you can do it with
Shut up.
darkness, like we talked about, but silence it is apparently worded differently, so it's just the area.
Atkins, take a level in rules lawyer.
Well, I appreciate it because it would have been cool if I could do that. I just wouldn't want to do
Waste
it and
the
it not be right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That was all my ideas.
It almost
Carry
like,
on,
like
gentlemen.
tapping on pairs. I want to silence him. I want to shut him up.
And I guess I was thinking, did these orcs, half orcs, do they know us?
You would imagine
Have
that.
to.
I mean, okay, they recognize you.
Yeah.
And you've actually had personal one-on-one interaction with some of them from Cauldron.
Yeah.
There are about 750 total half orcs that you know of that are guards in Cauldron. Only a third of them came down. You're fairly certain you're fairly certain everybody down on that field knows exactly who you are. I mean, you're Farazan, right? Whether or not any of these are the ones that you've dealt with personally, kind of hard to tell. But yeah, you're certain. I mean, you're all certain that they all know who all of you are.
Okay.
You guys are known regionally, not just like Cauldron. Like you're known out to Sasserine. You're known. I mean, you're known for hundreds of miles at this point.
Yeah.
Well, that's problematic.
Maybe we're known somewhat. Okay.
All right.
Farazan will, through the telepathic link, says, "It does not seem that they are taking the bait. Should I go ahead and initiate the attack so that maybe to keep their attention a bit more?"
Yeah, I mean, let's get this party started.
Did you really want me to cast silence on the catapults? Because I'll do it.
I was gonna cast darkness
Okay, you do that then.
on one. Because I can. How big are the squares on this map, Matt? Are these 5 feet?
These are 5 foot squares.
Okay, so I can basically engulf one in darkness and then get to work disabling it, and have all of my cool fight in the dark stuff popping while Tarathiel maybe used fireballs on the other one.
And Farazan's going to take just another minute while nothing is going on here, and I do want to activate my my Know Your Enemy.
Okay.
Let's see.
You have to
You
remind
can-
me. how
Yeah,
it works.
you can learn its capabilities compared to your own. So it's let's see, is it 2 of them at a time? I think it's two of them at a time. So what I'm guessing, armor class is I'm gonna say armor class and then fighter class levels
So
for the first minute, and that's gonna be
all I say is higher or lower, right?
higher, equal, or lower.
What's your armor class?
With the shield, 23.
Do you know if it's equal? It's neither higher nor lower.
Yeah, it's a equal, superior, or inferior. Is the
Equal.
3 options. Equal.
Yep.
Crap.
And no fighter levels.
No fighting levels. Just Okay.
So
Or less,
inferior.
I guess, would be the answer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. It says fighter class levels, if any. If
No,
any.
no fighter levels.
Okay. All right. All right. That would be a minute of just watching him.
I'm just hard staring at this guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Farazan says, he seems to have magically enhanced armor, similar to what I wear, and he's holding a shield.
Yes.
Okay, and has a shield. He will be
Spectra, do
very,
you want
very difficult to kill.
the front one or the back one?
Well, I was just measuring. If Matt said that at the trunk of the tree there would be dim light.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, it's high noon, so the sun's directly above.
Yeah.
you.
So, and my Banff is 60 feet, so I can
Excuse me.
get to this one just fine, and leave the closer one to you if you'd rather, because that way you're not having to move through all this crap. I can just pop over there.
Sounds good.
So I'll go after this back one and leave that closer one to you.
And
Everyone
then
good to go?
Farazan's going to do one more thing. He's through the telepathic link. He's going to say, "Mavu, how is the escape plan coming?"
You're my escape plan.
Is the portal still open?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
What's-
let's call that Plan B.
What's going on with this portal? Something else plan on coming through? We're about to send
We
John
are.
through and see what happens.
The wolf.
Tie a rope to him.
He's the,
Die rope.
he is the
If we
goodest
learned
boy.
anything.
It's the Spectro special.
It's this.
Luann! Luann!
Right.
All right,
well,
so Spectro is about to bamf over to a catapult. Is that
No.
right?
Not quite yet. So what I'll do, I don't know if we're in initiative or not quite there, but
Not yet.
I will have to move up to that area in the tree. And then I will cast. It's an action for me to cast darkness.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't bamf right over there straight after that. I could, but then I would just have my bonus action to do anything. So I'd rather go over there with the option to do other things. So it'd be more of like a, if we were in initiative order, it would be a 2-turn deal.
Right. Gotcha. So I'm going to let you know as soon as you do either one of those actions, we're rolling initiative.
Sure.
As soon as anybody does anything like that, we're going straight to initiative.
Yeah, that
We
makes
haven't
all the sense.
seen Yet, like you're just moving around, y'all are talking, so
Yeah.
we're not there yet. But
Farazan's gonna he's gonna reach down into his pack. He's gonna find that bottle of purple strength potion. He
Uh-huh.
says, "Well, I think there's no time like the president to have a strong drink," and he will down that.
so, are you wearing the belt or no?
I don't
Or
have a
girdle?
belt. I have a
Girdle of giant strength, right?
No, I never got that. I got the ogre strength, the ogre
Okay.
power gauntlets.
So you drink the potion, and your strength doesn't change.
The total enhancement of my strength was only 3 with the
Right.
gauntlets. If
But
that makes a difference.
So the gauntlets give you a static 19.
Yeah.
So if you took the gauntlets off, you're not sure if you'd be stronger or weaker, based on how much the strength you got from the potion. But
Okay.
when you're wearing those gauntlets, if you take a potion that gives you +10 to strength, your strength is 19.
Okay.
And I'll touch his shoulder and say, "Sorry, I gave you advantage on charisma instead of strength checks."
It's okay. Well, he
It
takes
worked. I mean,
yeah.
you convinced a soldier to go talk to the commander, and
Yeah.
apparently got a little chewed out and told to go talk to the archers and kill whoever's talking.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, you say when, and I'll pop darkness, and we'll get into initiative order.
All right.
Pop smoke! Pop smoke!
Farazan says, if you will not parley, and you refuse to answer my challenge, then we will do this the old-fashioned way, and he will chuck that javelin.
Roll initiative.
How do I undo this? I thought that I was on the ruler, and I painted instead.
Control Z. See if that works.
Wow. That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh, I got it. I guess maybe.
Tell them they will die like dogs.
But not like you, John.
Will die like dogs.
Not like you,
Oh,
John.
initiative.
Initiative.
No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions.
Deadlands.
Is that a movie I haven't seen?
Token.
Ah, yeah, that's Three Amigos.
Oh,
God, I haven't
it's a
seen
movie
that
that I yeah, it's been the combined age of my children since I've seen that.
That's great. Tell us we will die like dogs. You will die like dogs. No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions.
Or
infamous.
It's
better
than famous.
So did I get the darkness off before initiative?
No.
Was that the trigger?
That
Okay.
triggers initiative.
Okay.
Anything that would cause them to react has to go on initiative. Because these guys
Fucking
are
a
at
javelin with
alert.
their
They're
leader's face.
standing there
You'll
and
do
they're
that.
waiting for something to happen.
Safe point.
Can we save before we make this fight?
Yeah, please.
Somebody Heath used to live in Florida, Tampa Bay, like when he was in college doing co-op
College.
or whatever.
College things.
Yeah, college stuff. And he had a
Can I take
D&D
that
group,
dog?
and he said one time they were going to go in. They knew there was a black dragon inside, and one of his players, and they were completely serious, said, "Hey, can we save before we go in?" And he was like, "No, this isn't a computer game, man. You get what you get." All right, who has above a 20?
Me. For the first time ever.
I think
I'ma
so.
do.
What's your
My-
initiative?
yeah. 21.
21. All right, 15 to 19. 15, 20. whatever.
Yep. 18 for Terrapin.
18.
15.
15. And Spetro.
13.
Colorectal Masha.
13.
It's going to be the best roll I have today.
Shh.
Let's see if I can roll something that isn't a 1 when I attack things this time.
That would be advisable.
I think I had 5
I've heard of that.
1s in a row. Anything that isn't a 1 is just myth to Spetro at this point.
All right, so what happened was Spetro was like, "I'm doing it now." And Alma, you're at attention. You're keyed up. You're ready to go. Alma, you have initiative.
Okay, but here's my question. So he cast darkness over here.
He
Not
has
yet.
not cast it yet.
He has not
triggered
casted
it.
it.
No.
Something else triggered it.
Yeah, so casting there's no surprise. So if you do something that would trigger combat, you just roll initiative, and you might go first. You may, somebody sees you getting ready to cast or whatever. Like everybody can act first.
Well, then I think I would rather delay because my idea was that I would rather catch him as he was turning around to see what was going on and hit him from behind. Because he would be surprised by that, would he not?
It would be surprised, but not in the sense of like you get a surprise action.
Okay.
And there's no facing, right? So yeah, like
Yeah, that's
thematically
true.
he'll
I
turn
mean-
around like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
it would still be, it wouldn't have any game effect.
Yeah.
And the best you can do,
Yeah.
you can't like hold your initiative. You can prepare something, have
Right.
a trigger.
Well, I mean, we're doing this.
It's happening.
Okay.
Combat has initiated, and you've got 100
Well-
half orcs and a blue duke.
Great. I wasn't really prepared for this fight.
I don't think really anybody was.
You're not. No one.
I'm gonna start off soft and just kind of see what happens. I'll do Toll the Dead on him.
On the Blue Duke?
Hmm?
All right.
So wisdom check.
Wrong.
Dong.
Wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, if we're lucky, maybe taking out him will cause these other ones to scatter.
What's the DC? Is it above 19?
Nope.
Okay. He's saved.
I sit back down.
Boink, like whack-a-mole. All right. It is Blue Duke's turn. And he just bellows out a command. And you all recognize that it has a somewhat supernatural sound to it. Like the voice is hollow. Like, you know, you see on TV like a big bad guy's got like this deep but resonating and hollow, almost like unearthly voice. He bellows out a command in orc, and all of the half-orcs, all of them on the entire side of the wall, just seem to almost tense up in anticipation. Tarathiel, it's your turn. And I'm sorry, he does move. He moves back just a few feet.
No, that's probably a poor choice for him. I am going to move stealthily up to get a little bit closer.
Okay.
You can move about half speed, right? To
Yes,
remain
correct.
stealthy.
Mhm.
So I'll move 15 feet up. And then I'm just going to toss a fireball from the necklace of fireballs.
All right.
Catapult.
Show me where you're centering it.
I will center it right in the middle of the catapult if I can.
Gonna
Or
call it
off
this,
to one side. Yeah.
right this corner, because the tent would be blocking your view. So you could do it right
Yeah,
here. Is that cool?
Yep, all good.
All right. That's 20-foot
How
radius.
wide is a fireball?
20 feet
It's
radius.
20
Ah.
foot. So I think I shouldn't hit Spetro.
No. You won't hit Spectro.
Cool.
You hit.
You might be briefly illuminated.
You hit everything. You hit both.
Yep.
Yeah, all those half-orcs. You hit both catapults. Roll some damage, and I'll roll
Yeah,
some
so
saving
make
throws.
make a bunch of, I think it's DC 15 saving throws.
Jeez.
There's 10 of them up there. 2, 4, 6. There's 9. It didn't reach the Blue Duke, correct?
Correct. He was right on the edge. Dexterity. Got it. Okay.
It's 26 points of
Jeez.
damage.
It's pretty
from
good.
An explosion.
Good
Wow.
Lord of mercy. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it'll matter. All right. So I'm gonna stop. Just trust me. I know what pattern I'm gonna go. Fail. And I'm gonna do it just like this. Bloop. Fail. Bloop. Oh shoot. Fail. Bloop. Fail. Bloop. Oh, wrong. Wrong one.
Nice job.
Let's go to New York.
You killed the catapult.
Oh, I'm hoping to set
what's
it
the
on
DC?
fire or damage it or something. 15.
15.
How you doing in the back there, Bernie?
Here, catch. Good
Yep.
Lord, I'm rolling terrible.
Excellent.
I'll allow it.
All right. The only one left. Mage's saving throw takes half.
Mm-hmm.
And the fireball has damaged both of the catapults, but it doesn't look like you've completely destroyed, like made them any less functional than they were. You did do some damage, so you would think that you would need to do more damage, right? So I'm saying that you did damage them, but you have not put them out of commission.
Gotcha.
All good.
But
Cunning action to hide.
they weren't actually completely set to shoot anyway. So, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you
Okay,
hide.
yeah, okay. Cunning action to hide, which is a 31 without pass without trace, so it's a 41.
41. And everybody has a disadvantage to see you. Nice.
You go to a different plane of existence.
Yeah, right. Let's see. So he took 13. All right. That was Tarathiel's horrible round. He did nothing at all whatsoever. Farazan, it's your turn.
Well, I mean, they can't
As I
fire the
said in my
catapults.
previous email,
They can't fire the catapults if there's no one alive to fire the catapults, right?
That's true. You gotta man them.
All right. Farazan's turn.
Yes,
He's
Farazan's
going
turn.
to throw a javelin at the Blue Duke.
All right. Roll to hit.
He is going to find a javelin. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna throw a javelin. 24.
24. And as that
Nice.
javelin rolls in, perfect pitch, right to hit him square in his cheek in his armor, a magic field erupts around him and blocks it at the last second.
Okay. And no fighter levels, right?
No fighter levels.
Oh, great. Guys, we have a problem.
When did you figure that out?
Just now. Just now, in fact.
Gave it away.
Made you think that?
Throw a javelin? Actually, that was a disadvantage, wasn't it?
What's that?
Throwing a javelin from that far, was that a disadvantage?
Oh, yeah. Let me re-roll that.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like 20
Yep.
feet range.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter, does it?
Yeah, it'll save him a spell slot.
Well, that's true.
10 for the second. Yeah.
Okay.
10.
So the 10 misses and blah, blah, blah. So unzip my fly a little bit, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
zip it back up, zip it back up.
The weird thing.
Yeah, so Farazan's going to enact his, well, I guess I don't need to do that right now. He's going to pull another javelin and throw it at him.
All right.
At disadvantage,
Disadvantage.
16.
16 total.
Yes.
Misses.
If we, yeah. Oh, we did get a short rest. I do have some things back that I can do, but yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Bonus action.
So you throw that second javelin and kind of like in Two Towers at the very last second when that thing's hurling towards that big ugly half orc Orog, he just steps barely a half an inch, and the last second it just goes right by his head.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't really have anything I can do with a bonus action, so I know we do a house rule where we can ready a potion. Oh, hold on, I need to turn that down just a little bit.
What?
Yeah. I know we do the bonus action where we can ready a potion. Can I do a bonus action to ready an item?
Is the item a potion?
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
That'll be it then for Farazan.
All right. Spetro, your turn.
Right. Are the catapults are actively burning?
They're scorched.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of I mean,
Okay.
they're
so
not.
long as I can still
They're
get
not
over there.
on fire and burning, taking damage.
Okay. So with the tent where it is, so first he's just gonna double check with Tarathiel after seeing him obliterate all of the orcs back here with Fireball, and just double check and make sure that our current best plan is to disable these things right now, because I can pivot.
Yeah, free action. Y'all can
Alright.
do a quick chat.
I say
Pivot, I
stick
got
with the
three.
plan.
I got 3 more
Okay.
balls on this thing.
Okay, never mind.
So I mean, your fireball is hitting both. You want me to just leave that to you then?
Yep.
All right.
Actually, if you fly up and out of here, they'll think it was you.
Yeah, that's true. Whew. All right.
And if you disengage first, you won't trigger attacks of opportunity.
I say dodge.
Or
All right.
dodge.
Because there's about 13 arrows that are going to come flying at you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna cast. Let's just do this thing. See, it'll be fun. I might survive. So,
Well, in theory, you could just cast darkness on a tower and bamf up there, right?
yeah. I think for right now, again, because it costs an action, I'm gonna cast darkness on my flavor necklace.
Okay.
Using 2 of my key to do
Kia?
that as well. It's a good thing I've got so much of that because I've used a good bit of it already. But I'll cast darkness where I am on that necklace, and for now I'll just have it. I mean, I'm going to keep it stowed so it doesn't look like, because it creates like a 15-foot sphere or something like that. Yeah. Darkness does. So I don't want to draw attention over to where I am quite yet. Does that make sense, Matt? So like cast it while it's still like obscured under my tunic.
Is that darkness in your pocket, or are you just happy
You're
to see
gonna
me?
like
Darkness in my pocket.
The other hand's making a peace sign?
so casting while hidden reveals your position.
Yeah. I understand that, but this is my best opportunity to. I got to create darkness, man. Like that's
Okay,
what Spectre
okay.
does. So I'll cast it. That's my action. Then I'm going to move, and I will just fly to do this. But I'm going to move over. Let's see, where was that? So if you hit here, where did you hit? You were hitting this corner of the right there, 20 feet out from there. I don't want to be in fireball area. Just in case that's what you decide that you're going to do again. So I will fly. Man, I just seems like such a terrible idea to just go right up to this guy and start swinging.
I mean, I do potentially have another thing that you could do.
What's that?
I have an oil flask if you want to fly over the catapults and oil them up.
Oh, sure. Is that what kind of action economy for me to get it from you though?
So, Taratho, you'd have to have that prepared out ready to hand to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spectro, honestly, if he had it out ready to hand to you,
Mhm.
you could just free action take it from him.
Okay.
And then you could do your moves and all that stuff. But right now, it's in Tarathiel's pocket.
Yeah, right. All right. You know what? Just to move things along, I'm gonna go get in the Blue Duke's face just to poke and prod and see what's up. So I come over here. Darkness is. So both of us are in darkness now.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm just going to take. Let me make sure I can do this without having to attack first. Nope, can't do that. So as my bonus action, I will then arm my the Eldritch Claw tattoo. It's a bonus action to trigger it, turn it on.
Okay.
Do it.
So it means that nobody else is really going to be able to attack him for this next round.
They just have disadvantage.
Yeah, but that sets me up where I don't know what else to do. Actually, I'm not going to fly right there. That's still it's over here. I don't want to get fireball.
All right.
All right, that's my turn. That's all my stuffs.
You're not attacking?
I used the action to cast darkness.
I got you. Okay. All right. Into your turn. You are in darkness. So you cast the darkness here, and so a dark globe flew across.
Yep.
You notice that he notices you.
Well,
He
I'd hope so. I'm
sees-
right next to him.
Well, in the dark, he
No,
sees
he
you.
can see you.
Oh.
He can see you in the dark. He's looking at you, like hovering beside you.
Oh no, does he have my thing too? That's scary.
It's got something, but he can definitely see you. And now it's the half-orcs' turn, all of them. This one moves back to the other side of the tent, hoping to maybe be out of range of any other fire going on. And these guys start moving into here. Looking. And Tarathiel, you're very well hidden. I mean, they could literally walk over you as far as I'm concerned. You're like that rock at the edge of whatever, False of Doom, the Lord of the Rings.
I can have walked up a tree because of the boots of spider climb.
That's true.
So I can be up in the branches.
So just not all of them. The rest of them are moving back in this direction. Let me take a second to move these guys. Oh, and at the same time, they have the same initiative. You hear Mavu, Tarathiel, just after the fireball and all the commotion, because when the fireball went off, all hell broke loose, right? Like they're all screaming like war charges and things like that. And you hear Mavu in the link, hey, what's going on?
We picked a fight.
That's Matt laughing, not him.
We kicked the ant's nest.
Oh,
Catapults are unmanned for the moment. Unorked.
okay. Unorked. Unhalf-man. All right, well, we got some things we can do too, so we'll be... we're going to head to the top of the tower and see if we can help.
That would be appreciated.
Very much.
These guys move to get a clear shot of the darkness. And they have a little bit of cover. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them take a pot shot into the darkness with disadvantage at Spectro. 1, 2. What's your armor class?
16.
16. Miss. 3. 1 hit. Nope, that's a 5. 4. That's a 1 hit. 5. 1 hit out of 7 shots. 4. Oh, maximum damage for 10 points of damage.
No, thank you.
Wow.
Evade. Can you evade?
I mean, I can use key to take the dodge.
Oh, yeah.
Does that do,
Tarathiel's
like,
got the.
extra double bad disadvantage
dodge.
if I'm dodging in the darkness.
No, it won't
I
help.
roll
It
4 die.
won't stack. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've already got disadvantage to hit you. I'm gonna have to come up with. So those all take a shot. These guys, the rest of them. So these to the left are going into under the trees, kind of see if they can find out what's causing fireballs to happen. Not sure if it was this ball of black that moved out. Any of them that didn't move are still holding their position, holding their ranks, and keeping their eyes on Farazan for one. And then just the general wall area. That is the bottom of round 1. We're at the top of round 2, and it's 10 after 11. So we're going to take up with round 2 next week. And I got a feeling this might take probably 2 recording sessions to get through all of this siege.
Sweet.
So stick with us. We'll come back in a week and see how many rounds we can get through this siege of Red Gorge. So am I still listening?
Yeah.
Stay
Coward's
awesome,
still
y'all.
here.
Listening.
I think
Nice.
Mana's still here.
Nice.
We
Thanks for
have
joining us.
we
Thanks,
had
everybody.
somebody that knows Rachel, as Azeroth, as Azarth. I don't remember.
Azarth?
Azarth.
Yeah. Next week will be 100 Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
And that will get us.
I'm cutting the rest of my hair, damn it.
Are there ads? Are there
Yeah,
ads popping up
Yeah.
live?
yeah. Mana's not a subscriber, so
I've been trying to find a way to pause those while we're doing live stream. I guess that's not possible.
I think there's a way to delay them through Twitch, and then we could take like a break and fire them off all at once, and do some ads and then come back. But
Yeah.
I've seen some streamers do that. So
I'll try to work that out. I'm personally just abhor ads of all kinds
Yeah.
and all this time, but it's just the way of the world these days. Mana Team 6, thanks for joining us. I don't think I've seen you here before. And then what is it?
Azeroth.
Azeroth? Aslant?
I think that's one of Rachel's.
Thanks for joining us. Come back and see us next week. We will maybe finish. Well, no, we won't finish next week. I guarantee it. It'll take
Not with
at
that
least
attitude.
3 episodes. No, I know for a fact.
No, we're gonna
Um,
finish it next time.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right. It'll be kind of
Me too. Because
It'll
I'm
be
probably
interesting.
gonna die.
We strip off all of
Hey,
our armor and run into
you're-
the battle. We'll finish this one way or
So
another next week.
Farazan and Alma are in a great place. Spectre,
Yeah.
not so much.
I don't
Yeah.
think any of us are in a great place, just
But he's in the globe of
situationally.
darkness. Yeah.
Yeah, I am not worried currently.
Wait for a week to be
I like
worried.
the optimism.
That makes one of us.
Again, I got all kinds of way of getting the hell out of there if I want.
That's
to.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's the character build. He's a guerrilla tactician. If my darkness had gotten off, and it was the trigger, then I would be in an even better position. But I still would have ended up here at some point.
Hmm.
So yeah, and Spectro's he's got tricks, man. He's going to use them, even if it means he leaves Drathiel out there all by himself and waves at him from a parapet here in the next session. Sorry.
Bye.
I hope
I
you
can-
live.
Good luck.
Well, I think
Yeah.
you just
I mean-
killed like what 6 or 7 orcs, so 93 more to go.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
okay with
bad
them.
odds.
Not bad.
I feel bad. I'm a murderer.
Yes, we can
You're an
tell.
orc baker. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Awesome. Have a good one.
You guys.
Bye.